Hello everyone. So in this video we will learn about the pivot table, how to make a pivot table out of the data that is available with us. Now this is a grocery store or a departmental store sales data. For making a pivot table, we'll select all the data here. We'll go to insert and then we'll go to pivot table and do OK. Now this is a requirement. We will put the items here. Now say we want a category wise sales data. So we'll first select the item category here and then sales. So in this data, we can see that the total sale is around 8 lakhs and the top selling item is electronics. Now for sorting it, we'll just right click on the numbers, select the sort option and largest to smallest. This is how we sort it and we know that the electronics is the highest one. It has come on top now. Now to see as a percentage values, we'll click right, go to show value as percentage of column total. And if we also want the absolute number, we'll just drag it again here. So we can see both the datas here. So say I also want to see what are the sub item categories here in the electronics or in home decor. We'll just now drag the item subcategory. So we can see that the electronics has three subcategories: headphones, mobile phones, smartwatch, and the top selling item in electronics is mobile phones. Now, if you want to sort this thing also, we'll just have to right click on any of these three numbers, then sort and largest to smallest. This is how we can sort it. Now, after this, if we want to use a filter option and we don't want everything on the screen here, we'll just drag the item category here in filter and we'll just drag it down and select whatever we want to see. So say if I want to see electronics, I'll just select electronics, do OK, and now the respective items will appear. We can select the multiple options also. For example, I want to see stationery with electronics. I'll select this as well and do OK. This is how you can see the data. Now, instead of using the filter option, we can also use a slicer option. And we can use a slicer by going pivot table analyze and insert a slicer. I'll select item category here and OK. Now here we can see actually what are the filters we have selected. So if I want to select grocery, I can select it and see the data. I can see home decor. And if I want to see apparel also with home decor, we'll just have to press control and then select apparel. So we can see the both of the data. Now moving forward from this, if I want to use any calculation or any figures on the pivot, you can see now that I'm getting a GetPivotData reference and not a cell reference. Now how to remove this? Just simply go to file, go to more, select options, go to formulas here, and you can see a line use GetPivotData functions for pivot table references. You have to just deselect it and do OK. Now, after this, if you will do any calculation, you will get a cell reference and not the pivot table reference. Next, if you want to calculate anything, say I want to calculate average selling price. For that, I first need unit sold. So I'll take it here. And how we will calculate? We will calculate it sales divided by units sold. But we can use this calculation in the pivot itself so that it calculates with all the line items. So for that, we'll have to just go to pivot table analyze, field item and sets, calculated field. And you have to just name the column here, average selling price, formula. You have to write the formula here. So total sales divided by units sold and do OK. And that's how this is calculated. Even if now I remove all the filters and select all, this will calculate for all the line items. So this part covers an advanced feature of the pivot table. So let's say I want to know the item category wise customer numbers. How many customers we have in each categories and on total level. So I'll just drag the customer name here as a count. Now we are getting now we got a count. In apparel, we have 35 customers. In electronics, we have 66 customers, and so on. And the total number is 201. Now, if you will see on in the sales data that we have, we can see the customer codes here, and it is still 67. So we know that we only have unique 67 unique customers. But here, what is happening is if customers are repeating in the categories, it is totaling it up here, and that's how we are getting 201. Now, how to get a unique count here? So first, we'll go in the value field settings and we'll see if we have an option here for the unique counts or a distinct count, and we do not have an option here. So what we should have done while making the pivot. So I'll show you again how to create a pivot table with that advanced feature. I'll go to insert, pivot table, table range. Earlier we just selected OK, but now we have to select this, add this data to the data model and then do OK. Now you can see that the user interface is changed here a little bit. Now I'll again select the item category here. I'll drag it down here. I'll drag the customer name here as a count. Now I'll try to see if we get the option that we were trying to see in the earlier value field settings. Yes, and we have a distinct count option here. We'll just select it, do OK. And now you can see that for each unique categories, we have same number of customers, but on a total level, it is changed from 201 to 67. That's how we can use the data model option to get the unique counts. If you have any doubt, you can mention in the comments.